me show you how you can create a JavaFX application with both Kotlin and Java. Kotlin and Java are very close sisters. Java is older, Kotlin is newer. Kotlin was created by JetBrains and it has become the de facto standard for Android development. Because they are very close to each other, they both run on the JVM, the Java Virtual Machine, you can combine them into one project. A library which was created for Java also works for Kotlin and vice versa. So that means that also JavaFX can be used with both. The approach is very similar, but Kotlin has some very nice tricks to make your code cleaner and easier to read. It's not that you will be writing less code, but the code is easier to read, which is a very important topic, not only when you're developing something, but more importantly later if you're looking back into your code or someone else has to take over your code and start changing it or fix a bug or extend it. Let me show you a very small demo application that I created. The sources are on GitHub. It has both the same code in both Kotlin and Java to create a very small, simple JavaFX user interface, and we can compare the both code examples to see what the difference really is. I have the two files open here side by side, so you see I have main.kotlin.kt and I have main.java.java. So this is the Kotlin file, this is the Java file. You see we have the same package, we have the same imports. If you look into the project, you see that I have the source main directory and then one for Java and one for Kotlin, the same structure, and there is the file you see here open. The main difference I want to show in this little movie is the use of the apply, which is a very neat trick in Kotlin. So if we go to the Java example, here we have a virtual box which has 3 buttons. Now the traditional style is you create a var buttons, which is the VBox. Then you can set the spacing of the VBox. And you can call the get children and add all the new buttons you want in this virtual box. And then we are using a border pane here. We can set the left of the border pane to be these buttons. What is not really beautiful here is the use of these buttons. So you see it being repeated a few times because you're modifying the values of this button's VBox. If you look at the Kotlin version, which is here, you see that the style is completely different. The border pane was already created here. It also has an apply. Because we are inside this apply, we have the left property of the border pane. We can set it to a new VBox and immediately apply the settings for the VBox. So the spacing here is exactly the same spacing as we have here. The children add all we have here is the same one as the one we have here. But what we don't have is that repetition of buttons like we have in the Java version. Because we are inside the apply of the VBox, we can immediately set all the properties of it. The rest of the functionality also uses the same approach, like for instance for the center, we have a button with exit. Here we can immediately call the set on action within the apply, while in the Java version, we need to first initialize the button, then we can set the set on action of the button, and then we can add it to the center of the border pane. So these 3 lines become this block here in Kotlin. It's a bit a different approach of setting the values, but it makes it, in my opinion, much more readable. Now, if you look into the build Gradle file of this project, you will see that at the end we have the main class set, and here it says that we want to start main Kotlin. So if I run this application, you see that it starts the demo with Kotlin. It looks like this. We can stop it. We can change this to main Java, run it again, and we see that we have the same interface but with the title demo with Java. So if we look into the code, you can see that this label is defined here. and in Kotlin it's defined here. And again, the same structure is followed. So for the label, we create it and we immediately apply all these properties here, while in Java, we have to first create the label and then we can set the style, set it to the top and add an alignment. So it's exactly the same code, it's just another way of writing this, and in my opinion, it makes it easier to read and understand which properties belong to which component or which object. I've used this approach to create the MelodyMatrix application. It's an application which visualizes music received from MIDI events. It looks like this, and it can generate pianos and stuff like that, business charts. But what I want to show you is a little code improvement I was able to do by following this approach. This is my commit, which is ready. So you see on the left, an emitter was created, which is an object which is available in FXGL, the game engine, which is used here in this application for some effects. And you see that this emitter is then repeated multiple times because a lot of properties have to be configured. Now, if we look into the new version of this code and how it looks like, maybe I can show it a bit easier here. You see that this code is now a lot simpler and easy to read because the emitter is not repeated. You see that we apply all this to this new object, which is here created, which makes it, in my opinion, easy to read and understand. I'm not gonna push you in one or the other direction, Java versus Kotlin. There is no better or worse language than the other. They are just both available, both running on the JVM. It's up to you what you prefer, what your team prefers, what your company is using, which matches best with the use case you have. You can use the GitHub project to test it out yourself, play a bit with the code, or as a template to create a new project, either Kotlin or Java, with JavaFX.